Well, we're back with the 1985 Honda ATC 250R, and as you can see, we got no top end on it right now. So, on the last video, if you've been following along, I got it pretty dialed in, but it was missing a little bit on top end. I think I did a compression test on that video, and it had like 160 psi, which was 20 psi less than I started with, I think. It was at 180. Anyways. The owner wanted the top end freshened again. So we got the next size up, boarded out. We're ready to reinstall everything and give her a good test run. We got the freshly bored cylinder. Beautiful. And this time we are running a 67 millimeter Wiseco piston. So we're at 1 millimeter over. I think we did a half a millimeter the first time, but now here we are with a millimeter over. So I might have to mess with the main jets again. We'll see. Now that we got a bump in compression, it might run better with more fuel. Because I actually had to cut it way back on the main jet, and the pilot jet was even running a hair rich, but it might all change with the bump in compression. So let's put everything together, and like I said, we'll give her a good test run. All right. So we got the new piston. Gonna put a new C-clip in there. We got one side of the clip on already. Now I can go ahead and get our new pin. Lube that with some two-stroke oil. And then I'll just get that started. Just like that. This. We got a new wrist pin bearing. I'll remove that. And we'll also dip that in the two-stroke oil. And then right on that connecting rod. Now we can bring our piston in. Pull that pin out just enough. We'll slide her in. There we go. Alright, now we'll throw this side on. Make sure it's clipped into place. We'll get a new base gasket on here. These little locating dowel pins can go in. One over here and one up front. I went ahead and bought a full set of engine fastener kit. All the bolts to this engine. I should have did it before we reassembled, but I didn't realize I was going to run into a lot of mismatched bolts and stuff. So I got the right ones now. We got brand new everything. I'm not going to switch everything on the engine, but I'll do the top up for now. Every time you get these cylinders back, I always say you always want to clean the inside really good. Everything, all the passages. So far, the past couple of cylinders, well, this has been sent out twice to them, but so far, they've been really clean. So they do a good job of cleaning, but some companies may not. I don't know. So make sure you check your cylinders over, clean them. Hot or warm soapy water, clean everything out. Then I usually take brake cleaner, clean everything off, and then I'll air dry it and then lube it up with some WD-40 just inside so it doesn't rust. Because this is a cast iron sleeve, there's no plating on this, so it will rust. So right now, like I said, I already have WD-40 in there just to hold it. But two-stroke oil on my finger. I'm just going to rub that back and forth and get a good coating on the cylinder itself. I guess I could put two-stroke oil on as well, but I've always done WD-40. It's good at keeping rust away, so get a good coating of oil all on that cylinder, 2-stroke oil. And now we're going to throw this down on. Our piston rings are always already on here, but we're going to align them because there is locating pins where they go. Right there and right there. Actually going to bring this piston down a bit so it'll be easier. Give me a little more room to get my cylinder in here. And we're just going to slowly bring this cylinder down on past the rings. Once you get it past the rings, then you should be good to just slide her down all the way. There we go. Resting. I just like to pop that piston up. Go ahead, get it right to the top. That way, less chances of stuff getting in there. Little coat to the top of that piston. Get our new nuts on here. And we're going to torque this down to 35 foot-pounds. 20, 30, 35. Crisscross pattern. And then over here. All right. Just double check. Looks good. We're using the Tusk engine gasket set, or the top end gasket set. We got a brand new head gasket here, multi-layer steel, thick gasket. Now the last time, because I had so many problems with this, I just wanted to make sure everything was good, so I actually coated this with a copper spray. I think I'll do the same this time, just for that little added protection. I was actually thinking the fastener kit was going to come with new head studs, but it didn't, so we're going to put these old ones back in it. Loctite them. Just went and sprayed that gasket. Permatex copper spray gasket. It just kind of, any imperfections in the top of that cylinder head or the top of the cylinder and the cylinder head will kind of, this will help seal it up. We'll go ahead and slide this down on. Get our cylinder head on there. Get our new nuts on here. We're going to go 21 foot-pounds on this. Just give her a snug first all the way around. Not really torquing them. I'd say probably got like 7 foot-pounds maybe. Just tightening them up. Now we can go ahead and I'll get that 21 foot-pounds. Right there. Directly across. Right there. Now we'll go these. Now we'll just go back around and double check. Good, 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 good. And good. Get a spark plug in here. This is how it was running the last time. A little on the dark side, a little dark brown, but yeah, we'll get that back in there. We'll get it warmed up, and then we'll run a brand new plug to check the reading on that. I think I'm gonna bump up the main jet this time, just in case. I don't want this thing to run lean, so that's my biggest concern. As we blew it up once already from running from something. It was really bad detonation. So get that. We'll get that top mount on, the exhaust, the carburetor. Like I said, I'll pop that main jet off. I forgot what I'm running right now, but I'll find out and we'll get back to it. New gasket on our reed cage. Get that in there. New gasket for our intake manifold. And new bolts here. So the last time I had this out and I was running it, I was kind of wondering if the packing might have been either plugged up or burnt up, because we ran it lean, we ran it super rich when the crank seal went bad and let transmission fluid in. So I want to pull it out and check it. Probably replace it anyways. It was a new pipe not too long ago, but it's had a lot going on since it got changed. All right, pop these. Three bolts out. We're going to take a rubber mallet, and there's a bead of silicone on here, so it will stick a little bit. But it should pop right out, just like that. All right. Okay. I'm on out of there. There we go. So, I mean, it's not as bad. Whew. Okay, there's a hole right there. And it smells burnt. It smells bad. Okay, she's seen better days. So we're going to get rid of this. Got some FMF 2-stroke exhaust packing here. This is how it should look. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this. Now, this is insulation, so you should probably wear gloves, but I'm going to get it good and tight this time. Slide that in. Get her. There we go. Now I'm going to apply some more high temp silicone here, and then we can shove it in all the way. Get the Yamabond 6B, which is a black high temperature silicone. So I know when you think of high temp, if you use like Permatex, stuff like that, it's going to be red. As long as it's high temp, because it's got to handle the exhaust gas. The exhaust temperature. Okay. Now that we got it siliconed, and you want to make sure this is aligned, just like so. I believe she's all the way in there. Go ahead and get our bolts. Okay. Tighten that up. That one. Freshly packed FMF Power Core 2 muffler. Silencer, whatever you want to call it. That. Get that started. Just wanted to pull this apart just to see what I was running. I could look it up, but I think I'm going to up. We got a 138 main jet. 138 main jet. I think that's factory jetting. And then I was at a 52 pilot. The pilot, I'm going to leave it alone because I think we're good there. So let's go back to the book and check it out. For an 85 ATC 250R with a PE 37 key and carb, 34 mil. I guess they had two different 34 millimeters. You get the PJ03 and the PE 37, depending on the 85 and 86. And you're going to have completely different jets in them. So when you hear me say these jets, you might be thinking, that doesn't seem right. They're different. So both 34 millimeter carburetors from the 85 and the 86, just different designs. So right from the factory, carburetor settings, the needle clip, second groove on the 85, third groove on the 86. The standard main jet is a 142 on the 85 and a 145 on the 86. Not much difference. The slow jet is a pretty big difference. So the slow jet, the pilot jet, for the 85, it's a 52, and the 1986 ATC 250R is a 42. That's a big difference. So you leaned it way out in 86. So I don't feel comfortable going down any more than the 52 right now. I think we're good. As far as the main jet, definitely want to change it. So on the 85s, you're your different jetting could be 138, 140, 145, and 148, depending on elevation and stuff. And it should tell us right in here. So for the 85 temperature, he's probably not going to be running this thing in the winter, 0 to, or negative, maybe, but most likely it's going to be 0 to 5,000 feet. That's where we're going to be running. So 142, second groove, 2 turns out. Now this is with stock pipes. We got an FMF pipe on here. 1 millimeter over on the Wiseco piston. We'll try. I got a 138 in there right now. We're gonna. I'd like to bump it up to a 145. If it's telling me 142, I think I'm gonna try the 145, and we'll see how it goes. As I said, 138. That's what we're pulling out of there, and we're gonna be installing a 145. Might have to go back down, but we won't know till we find out. I believe we were on the second notch on this carb, but for the needle. But we might as well check. We'll take a quick second. Yes, second notch from the top. Definitely has less noise in that engine. I think it was piston slap last time. Like I said, it was getting a little worn out. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's go. Seems like it's pulling good. Oh, she likes to wheelie. Oh, yeah, that's quite a bit better, I think. I don't know, it's been a little while since I actually tried it out. Oh, yeah. Still nervous, even though it was running pretty decent last time, but just want to pull the plug and we'll see how that's looking. I know you guys like my wrench, so we're going to keep using that. It was already brown, but if it's running super bad on the low end, we should be able to see if it's lightened up. And I'm going to put a brand new BR9 ES in. There's a BR8 ES. This calls for a 9, unless you're in winter time. I think it calls for an 8, but we're not winter time right now, so that and that. Let's see how she looks with the new plug. Definitely pretty crispy right there. We'll give her a little full throttle pull here. And then we'll kill it. Get her down. I think I got it in first gear right there. Darkened up a little bit. That was a brand new plug. Doesn't look horrible to me. Put it back in and run it. Alright, let's get the old girl in neutral. Oh, that was a nice little It seems snappier to me, but I think it still seems like it has that 6-gear bog. I know I wasn't flogging on it too bad, but I'm not going to hold this thing wide open forever with a brand new top end. But right there, like quarter, half throttle, whatever that is, feels pretty good. Yeah, she's picking back up. It feels the same to me. Man, that's strange. But we are running a 145. We upped the jetting a little bit versus the 138. Go ahead, shut her down. I want to check compression on it. See what we got hot, and now that we got a little bit of time on it. Yeah, if anything, definitely a rich condition. So that 138 probably would have ran pretty fine. This is BR90S, so say do I want to drop her down to a 138? I probably should. We'll see what we get here. Full throttle. Oh! And that's why in the book it says to do as many kicks as you can to get the highest reading, because not all kicks are created equal. Alright. That's probably it. We're at that's 150, 160, 170, 175 hot. Okay. I'm sure the engine isn't fully seated in yet, but it might be. The bump we saw to begin with was probably due to the oil, because it had, excess oil on the outside of the cylinder, and actually even on the top. I did wipe the top off, but still there was oil in the system. A lot of people were definitely recommending a BR80S. I was just going with the BR9 because that's what the book told me to run in these conditions. But we'll put the new BR8ES in and see. We know we're running rich. I don't know. We're going to try it a little bit more and see how it does.
definitely not trying to say this thing is lacking power, because it's got good power. It just seems on top. This thing seems to start every time second kick. Maybe if I got it at top dead center the first time, maybe it would start on the first kick, but seems to consistently start second kick. Oh, man, I don't remember what it felt like, but I think it's got a little more snap right there than it had. Oh, I know it does. Now that's fun. That is fun. I would love to have one of these things. They're just out of my price range for now. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. It is an animal. I mean, the owner is going to be trail riding with it, from what I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's going to be trail riding with it. So he's not going to be out there full throttle 6 gear most of the time anyways. But it does make me wonder. I mean, I don't know, maybe the gearing is a little different on this thing. Maybe somebody messed with the sprockets. I don't know. I didn't look at it yet. And this is the first 250R liquid cooled I've been on, so it does seem like pretty quick for first gear, so maybe they did up it. Oh, man. I think he's gonna have fun on this now. It's just so light, such a quick revving 2-stroke engine. I want to say that pipe sounds better, but then again, it might be just me, just because I, you know, put new packing in it. I don't think this is not a slow machine to putt around with. I mean this first gear just feels like it could load up. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's running bad, but she wants that engine singing to run the best. Of course, these things, I gotta remember that too. These things do not have a power valve. A lot of the 2-strokes I'm used to are running power valves, so that's gonna hurt the performance on the low end. So, yeah. Every time I try this, it really makes me want to try my Tri-Z, or finish the Tri-Z so I can try it out. Now, I don't know what a lot of you guys think. I love these things. 3-wheelers, love them. But I did get a comment on my last video, one of my last videos. I said, you know, we don't care about 3-wheelers. Stop doing videos on them. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm guessing if you feel that way, you probably haven't made it this far into the video anyways. For those of you that do, I mean, even if, I don't know, even if you guys don't like them that much, I love them. So, I'm gonna fix them. Might as well do a video on them, you know what I mean? They're just fun, I don't know. I'm gonna guess if you don't like them, you've probably never even been on one. That's my feeling anyways, but there's definitely some people that are totally against these things. I get it, I guess. I don't really get it, but to each their own. You just get the right RPM, man. Wow. It's fun. Yes, sir. Now, from my knowledge, the only three-wheeler that came from the factory with a power valve setup, a two-stroke with a power valve, the exhaust valve, is the Kawasaki Tech8, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you pronounce it. I pronounced it Tech8 for most of my life. Then I've heard some people call it Tecate, so I think it's Tecate. Probably makes sense. But yeah, those, I've never been on one. I always wanted one, especially the newer style, but you can't touch those things. They're even way more expensive than the 250R here. Man, I think the owner is going to be happy with it. I guess you do gotta watch stuff. I mean, if you're not used to it, because you're looking at the front and you're so narrow, yet you have a wide rear end, you know. So you do gotta watch that, but if you've been on them before, you kind of know. You could probably get yourself in trouble, but I don't know. Once you've rode these things, you get used to them for sure. What a fun machine. I might fool around with it for a little longer on the Pilot Jet. Let's double check that plug one more time. I bet she's running a little on the rich side, but like I said, I'd rather be a little rich than lean and blow up. Oh, that's a warm plug. Actually, you know what? That doesn't look that bad. I'd call that perfect. Maybe a little... yeah, I don't know. Not bad at all. Whew, she's hot. She's hot. But it looked worse than that before. Of course, we're not flogging on it full throttle this time. I just did a little pull on the field, but it's maybe low end. It's actually running pretty good, and then top end, we're flooding out a little. I don't know. I think we're gonna call it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This thing's got to go back to the owner. It's time for him to enjoy it. And we're going to move on to other stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you on the next one.